We are going to be modifying the restaurant class file, but we're actually going to save it as a different name. So we're going to save it as restaurant attributes. So here's our restaurant class. And I'm just going to give it a little different name. And now what they want us to do. Add an attribute called number served with the default value of 0. So that's going to go up here. And then we can add it to here as well. Self.number served equals number served. So it's either going to have a value that gets passed or it's going to have a 0. All right, so now we have to create an instance called restaurant and print the number of customers the restaurant has served. And then change the value and print it again. So I am going to totally change what we're doing in here. So I'm just going to call this exercise 9.4. And I think I'll keep TGI Friday and American here. And I'm going to give it an initial value of 4. Okay, so that is going to be my restaurant. And they want us to call it restaurant instead of meal. So here we go. All right. Let me get rid of exercise 9.2. All right, so we've got that in there. Then they want us to print the number of customers the restaurant has served. So let me see. So we've got here are my selections. Restaurant equals. All right, I think I'm going to change this. Get rid of that. So I'm just going to display the little message. Oops, this should say restaurant. I'm going to basically display the message that my restaurant is open. Then we'll just kind of describe what it does. And then they want us to print the number of customers the restaurant has served. So I'm going to put a little comment in here, printing number served. So we'll just do a print the number of customers initially served is, and that would be restaurant dot number served. Okay. Then the next thing they want us to do is change the value and print it again. Okay. So to change the value, changing the number served, we have to set it equal to a new value. So now I'm going to say 20. And then I can kind of copy my previous print statement. The new number of customers served is, and then it should now say 20. All right. And we can actually run this to make sure that it works. TGI Fridays open, serves American cuisine. The number of customers initially served is 4, and the new numbers served is 20. That's exactly what I would expect. So far, so good. So we're going to add a method called set number served. And this is going to let us set the number of customers that have been served. So we do need a parameter up here. And I think I'm just going to call it served. And so we're going to say self.number served equals. And I'm going to make sure that this is an integer. So I'm going to say int served. Because that would allow somebody to get user input and it would still work. All right, so now they want us to call this method so we're going to call the method to change the number of customers served. So it's still going to be restaurant dot set number served. And let's try using some input here. Okay, so that should get passed. Set number served, actually, we'll do that in the next line. We're going to call this served. And then we have to pass it served. Restaurant.set number served, passing it that served value. And then we'll print it out again. All right, let's see. Oh, indentation error. Yep, I see it right here. It's so fussy about that. All right, so we've got 420. That's exactly what we expect. Now we're going to change it to 50. And the new number served is 50. Okay, so far, so good. Moving right along here. Add a method called increment number served. And this is part of the reason we want to make sure that the number served is stored as a number. Increment number served that lets you increment the number of customers who have been served. So instead of replacing the number, we are going to add to the number because set number served replaces. So this is increment number served, self, and actually we could just call it served again. So what this is going to be is it's going to be self.number served plus equals served. And let's make sure that's an integer. Okay, so we've added that. And now our next step is going to be to call the method. Adding customers served using increment number served. So served equals input. How many additional customers have been served? And so then we're going to call it. Let's see, increment. And we're sending it served. And then we can print it. Okay, so now I'm just going to say the total number. All right, let's check this out. Okay, so we'll replace this with a new number. All right, and now this number is going to be added in. And it did work. So that is pretty much what you need to do for 9.4. For 9.5, you're going to do something similar, but it is with login attempts. So I'm going to let you kind of figure that one out. If you need help, happy to help you. Just let me know.